Hey, and reminiscing. Listen, listen, the Little River Band, baby, that is my jam. Okay, I'm telling my age. Listen, I saw the trailer on YouTube yesterday for the Real Housewives of Potomac, baby. I am here for it. Are you? Click that subscribe button, click the bell. Oh my gosh. The only thing I would say that is bittersweet is my girl, Karen Huger, is not on this season. I hope that they bring her back. You know, she is being released. Wait a minute, let me look up her release date, y'all. I'm so happy. I want a full report from the horse's mouth, her experience, what she has learned from what happened to her. Because the reason why I'm curious, I don't believe that Karen thought that she was going to have to pay for what happened. Um, and, you know, I got some flack from the chat because I was, I took it, not that I was minimizing a mother or a loved one whose child or lover or friend could have been on the road. And instead of that tree, it could have been a human being that could have been unalived by Karen Huger's carelessness. So I don't want to minimize that. However, um, people were upset with me because my heart went out to Karen Huger because looking at her intoxicated video of the body cam of the officer who pulled her aside, I don't believe that Karen wanted to be out in the streets, wilding out, intoxicated. I just don't believe that. My stance was she is in emotional pain. Karen doesn't strike me as a narcissist who just wants to party and, oh, I don't believe she has been healed by the loss of her parents. They died such close apart, and then battling her relationship with her husband, you know, um, because Ray, who, I mean, hats off to him, it appeared that he was by her side. Even he came to the scene of the crime and, he seemed like he wanted to get her out of that. But there, in their previous season, you know, Karen felt that Ray was no longer in love with her, allegedly. You know, um, it seemed like the relationship was kind of looking one sided, if you will. Okay, um, so I was on this side of Karen, and I said, you know what, I'm praying for grace for her. Okay, and people were mad at me because they felt like, well, she could have hurt someone. She was reckless. She was doing more than just alcohol, and it appeared that way. I'm not going to sit here and act like, you know, that, Karen wasn't uh, careless. But I don't believe she needed to be in prison. I think a really extended, um, program that she had to stay at, to really, really get extensive therapy. Um, you know, no contact on the phone, no, at a luxury resort. No, I'm not saying it would have to be crummy either, but it would be like, okay, you got to do the work. You're going to do more than just paint and drink wine and be with other celebrity addicts. No, 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 no. You got to get in the dirt. You got to really figure out what's going on, you know. So I am looking forward to seeing Karen again, um, because I know Karen has been such a supportive big sister, well spoken woman, and a advocate for others, on the franchise. So to see this leader, it goes to show no matter how poised and elegant and graceful you are, sometimes our strongest leaders, they need help too. They need pastoring. They need someone to minister to them. And I'm sure she found out, you know, who should be in her circle. Did anybody come visit her or write her? You know what I'm saying? This situation is going to make her stronger. I believe she will have the gift of discernment for real, which she already had it. You know, um, I don't believe Giselle is a good friend, straight up, and I'm sure she knows that. Let's keep it surface. Let's keep it coworker. Yeah, coworker. You are. I didn't like how when Karen um, got arrested and she got on her podcast and just was not supportive. I mean, she made light of the situation and what happened. Um, it didn't seem like support. Yeah. On this, the beginning of the trailer. First, before I get into that, let me read. Um, I want to get an actual date, child, because I need to know when my girl is being released. Let me click on Fox 5 DC. Yes, it says Karen Huger sentenced to jail after DUI conviction, courtroom audio. Um, she was sentenced to 1 year. Um, let me go. Where is it? Hold on. What we know. Oh, Karen Huger is being released from prison early, just 6 months after her sentencing. Okay, this is fox5dc.com. What we know, The Real Housewives of Potomac Star will be released September 2nd, y'all. That's Tuesday. From the Montgomery County Detention Center in Maryland. Her release comes just 6 months after she was sentenced to 2 years with 1 year suspended for a DUI crash that happened in March 2024. The backstory: Huger crashed her Maserati into a pole near Oakland Drive in Potomac on March 19th, 2024. A jury found her guilty of 5 out of 6 charges, including driving under the influence, negligent driving, failure to control speed, failure to notify authorities of an address change. She was acquitted of reckless driving. That's interesting. Body camera footage and witness testimony revealed the severity of the Huger's intoxication. But I just wanted to give you a little background. But I am just so happy um, for Karen to get back to life. Again, I can't wait to hear from her. Um, I know that her children were just devastated. And I would say Ray was too. I mean, gosh, you know, love to hear you know, what happened, in that place, and who does she communicate with? Who does she uplift? Because Karen was probably uplifting someone. Um, so I'm just anxious. But let me get to what the title is about. The Potomac trailer. So, child, as I looked, honey, Stacy is back on Potomac, and baby, it looks like she said, "Listen, I wasn't telling the truth. I think she paid that man, that weirdo, to act like her boyfriend." And she is not divorced, according to the trailer. There's a newcomer, Tia, who is British. Okay. Um, what was so shady? They told on the on the trailer, people said, "Here is some mint, Stacy, because your breath be on hum." Or they said she got stanky breath. I'm like, who does that? You gotta love people. The British lady said, "Don't let this accent fool you." That sounds Jamaican, not British. So I'm not good with accents. Baby, they revealed that Miss Stacy tried to date Chris Samuels, baby. And I'm here for it to find out. But guess who said that she wasn't here for it? Miss Monique is back, y'all. And that parrot, her African gray parrot. I love birds. Um, I used to raise 10 birds, yes. Cockatoos, cockatiels, and parakeets. So yes, Miss Giselle's back. Okay. Okay. It looks like Ashley is still, she had on her little gay pride stuff, so I guess she's still bisexual. Okay, exploring her masculine side. Remember, did a whole, thing about that. Um, who else is on there? I can't think, child. It's 11:05 p.m. I'm just talking and nodding. Uh, I can't believe I'm still on here. Who else? Oh, Wendy Asofo. Listen, did y'all see that where Wendy says, "I don't think he doesn't love me anymore"? Was she talk? I was like, wait a minute. Was she talking about her husband Eddie? It's a lot to unpack. Listen, I would go to YouTube, click on or Bravo, click on the trailer. It's a lot going on. There's also another newcomer. I didn't catch her name. But yeah, so y'all get ready. Get ready. I think it's coming out October. I'm not too sure. I have to keep you posted. But anyways, till next time. Love you guys. Click that subscribe button.